From a chase where a trooper pulled off one of the most flawless pit maneuvers ever witnessed to a heroic officer risking everything to save a driver trapped on railroad tracks and a reckless driver smashing into cars like they were nothing more than obstacles in a video game.
The chase began in Atkins, Arkansas, when Conway police reported pursuing a stolen 2015 black Ford Mustang. After losing sight of the vehicle on I-40, the State Police, Conway County Sheriff's Department, and Morrilton Police set up in various locations. The Mustang was spotted near the 111-mile marker, took an exit, and began driving north on State Highway 95. The suspect was driving recklessly from the start, swerving and making erratic maneuvers, signaling to the trooper that it would be a challenging pursuit.
Now it's going to try to set up spots at the Oak Grove one-lane bridge. Somebody let Atkins PD let me go by him. Okay, I'm glad that I'm going to try to get to that rally. I'm going to help. Taking over Pine Ridge Road.
The trooper was getting closer to the stolen Mustang multiple times during the pursuit, but each time he held off on executing the pit maneuver, likely due to concerns about the safety of the maneuver or the right timing. As the chase continued, the situation became more urgent. Realizing the dangerous nature of the pursuit and the recklessness of the suspect, the trooper decided to press in on the Mustang, trying to end the chase as quickly as possible.
Okay, I'm trying to get across the road. They're coming to you. If you can get up to that intersection, you'll be right in front of them. Shut down the whole road. Come out to a stop sign. He is. He's surrounded. He's off in the ditch. We got him here. On 326.
The chase ended near the intersection of Lower Pine Hill Road and State Highway 326 after a series of reckless maneuvers by the suspect. Before the suspect could regain control, the trooper made a lawful, intentional intervention, pinning the Mustang into a ditch with the front of the patrol unit, effectively disabling the vehicle. The pursuit was then terminated with the suspect in custody. When asked if it was worth it, the suspect responded nonchalantly, stating he was going to jail anyway, and that he wouldn't have another chance to drive a car like that. The pursuit began on Wednesday, November 27th, when the Grant County Sheriff requested assistance with a vehicle pursuit. The suspect, driving a dark-colored Dodge Challenger, was traveling northbound on I-530. Trooper observed the vehicle, a gray Dodge Challenger with black stripes, and began pursuing it as it continued traveling north on I-530 approaching I-30 East. The driver was making several improper lane changes at a high rate of speed, prompting the pursuit. The chase ended when Trooper positioned his patrol car near the suspect's Dodge Challenger and performed a tactical vehicle intervention. The vehicle came to a stop on the left side of Interstate 30 against the concrete barrier facing the opposite direction. The driver opened the door before the vehicle had fully stopped and then fled on foot. Wearing a white shirt with green sleeves and jeans, the suspect ran toward 13th Street and Locust Street, jumping over the guardrail in the process. The vehicle was towed by A.C. Lewis. The passenger, identified as the vehicle's owner, did not provide helpful information to assist in the driver's arrest. Police dash camera footage reveals the chaotic seconds leading up to a freight train colliding with a van stranded at a rail crossing in Brook Park. The incident occurred near Route 237 and Holland Road on Thursday when an ATANT van bypassed the lowered railroad gates, only to become stuck on the tracks. A quick-thinking police officer can be seen working to shield the van's driver from the impending impact just moments before the train struck. Fortunately, the driver escaped unscathed but was later cited for ignoring the flashing warning lights, and he said he was grateful the police officer was there. Trooper Robbins was patrolling near Highway 70 West and Majestic Lodge Road when he observed a gray spray-painted Range Rover traveling westbound. Running a computer check on the vehicle's tags revealed they were fictitious. Trooper Robbins followed the vehicle and activated his emergency lights, prompting the driver to accelerate and flee west on Highway 70. The fleeing vehicle dangerously moved into the eastbound lanes of traffic in an attempt to turn around. Seizing the moment, Trooper Robbins executed one of the best pit maneuvers of all time.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out.
I'm trying. Hang on, dude.
Come on.
Please, dude.
Come on.
Please hang on, please. I can't.
How bad hurt are you?
Please, dude.
Are you gonna do anything else more stupid?
No, sir.
The driver, Haley Hollingsworth, was trapped in the damaged vehicle and remained in place until EMS and fire rescue arrived. Hollingsworth, identified as having multiple outstanding warrants and a suspended driver's license, was checked for injuries at St. Vincent ER. After being cleared, she was taken to the Garland County Detention Center. Hollingsworth faces charges of felony fleeing along with several traffic citations. On October 22, 2022, Officer Hammonds was stationed at the Taneytown Police Department when he observed a white Nissan Altima displaying Arkansas license plate. Running the plate through the ACIC system, he confirmed the vehicle was reported stolen. Additionally, it was noted that Washington County had recently been involved in a pursuit involving a white Altima near Lincoln. Officer Hammonds promptly informed dispatch and began following the vehicle. When the driver refused to stop and fled, Officer Hammonds initiated a pursuit.
To King George now, speeds 95. cars that crashed out. Now they're back on the road. County, we're getting on 49. Getting on 49. We're going to be headed north on 49. Or correction, south on 49.
As the pursuit began, the suspect crashed multiple times, causing visible damage to the vehicle. One of the tires became deflated, with sparks flying underneath the car due to the damaged rim. Despite this, the suspect continued driving recklessly, endangering other motorists and refusing to stop.
Like you might be trying to take Don Tyson. Speed's 120. Still southbound.
Where'd you get off at?
We're not. We're still on interstate. Just kind of just long east passing people on the shoulder.
The suspect was driving at a dangerously high speed, making it incredibly challenging for troopers to get close to the vehicle. At one point, the troopers' windshield wipers making the dash cam footage difficult to see. For the next 10 minutes, the pursuit continued without significant developments, but as the windshield cleared and visibility improved, the action resumed.
County had just tried to pit, but successful. Coming up to Van Ash. Be going,
The suspect eventually came to a stop after losing control of his vehicle. The trooper swiftly maneuvered to block the suspect's car, exiting the patrol vehicle and instructing the suspect to exit his vehicle slowly. However, the suspect attempted to run once again. But with his vehicle blocked and nowhere to go, he had no choice but to surrender. He exited the vehicle and was promptly arrested and taken into custody. The suspect was charged with multiple offenses following the reckless pursuit and dangerous driving, felony fleeing or attempting to elude, reckless driving, driving under the influence of drugs, possession of methamphetamine and paraphernalia, possession of a weapon, failure to obey traffic signals. The incident occurred on January 8, 2021, while the trooper was patrolling North Columbia Street. The pursuit began when a trooper noticed a dark-colored minivan leaving a convenience store without working taillights. Upon further observation, the van lacked a rear license plate. The trooper initiated a traffic stop in the parking lot of the Economy Inn Hotel, but the driver, later identified as Forrest Treese, accelerated rapidly, fleeing the scene.
Going left on MLK. Left on MLK. No 28 displayed. Let's see if I can put them here.
We're clear north on MLK.
On MLK headed towards Jefferson. Milledgeville, we're at Jefferson, making a right. Southbound Jefferson. Southbound Jefferson.
Clear North Jefferson, making a right.
The trooper closed in on the suspect's vehicle multiple times but opted not to execute a pit maneuver. Let us know in the comments, should the trooper have gone for the pit maneuver instead?
Montgomery now. Jefferson and Montgomery.
Justin in Montgomery.
Making a left on Montgomery. Left on Montgomery.
We're clear, making a left on Montgomery.
Just went straight through the intersection. And we're coming to a back roads back here. Pulling.
We're clear, coming up on that back road.
Once the suspect made it back onto the road, the trooper recognized the perfect opportunity, clear conditions and no traffic. Without hesitation, the decision was made to execute a pit maneuver.
Headed out 22 towards Sparta. It looks like it's one occupant. Just a driver.
We're clear, there is one.
Milledgeville.
The chase ended decisively when the trooper executed a successful pit maneuver on the suspect's vehicle. The maneuver caused the vehicle to spin out and come to a complete stop. The suspect, realizing there was no escape, was quickly apprehended and taken into custody, bringing the pursuit to an end. On August 14, 2022, Trooper was stationed on I-85 South near mile marker 50 in Coweta County, Georgia, looking for traffic violations. The officer observed a black Hyundai Sonata approaching with only its LED lights on. After identifying the vehicle and initiating a traffic stop, the suspect vehicle began to change lanes erratically, accelerated, and attempted to flee. The trooper notified dispatch and began pursuing the vehicle, which was traveling at speeds of 120 to 132 miles per hour.
No good pit, no good pit. Change the lanes. Reckless driving. Far right lane at this time. Trying to set up for a pit. See right lane. Traffic is going to be light. Trying to set up. Can't set up. Car's coming up. Car's coming up. Big tractor trailer in the right-hand lane. Tractor trailer in the right-hand lane. Got heavy traffic. Be right. Changing lanes. No turn signal. Still at a high rate of speed.
It's definitely concerning that many individuals choose to flee law enforcement, often making a situation much worse for themselves. As in the case of the woman in the pursuit, her decision to flee led to high-speed driving and a series of reckless maneuvers, all to avoid a ticket. However, these actions usually end with the individual getting arrested and facing even more serious charges.
Channel in, tractor trailer merging on. Alright, come on, baby, come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby, come on, baby. Car in the middle lane, car in the middle lane. Unsuccessful on the pit. Come on, baby. Unsuccessful first pit attempt. Unsuccessful first pit attempt.
With the trooper closing the gap and the road finally clear, he swiftly decided to execute a pit maneuver.
Need a good pit, good pit, need a good pit, good pit! He's got hands! Back seat! Back seat! Don't move!
The pursuit ended when the trooper successfully executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin and hit the concrete median wall. The car then crossed all lanes and struck a guardrail. The trooper approached the vehicle, noticing the driver had moved to the back seat and a passenger was lying face down in the front seat. After giving commands and busting the rear passenger window with a baton, the driver, identified as Diamond Cooper, exited the vehicle. Both occupants were detained and the driver was arrested. Upon searching the vehicle, a catalytic converter and an electric saw were found, leading to further investigation. On November 26, 2024, while patrolling eastbound on East 9th Street near Pinehurst Street in Texarkana, Trooper observed a white Mercury Grand Marquis driving westbound. Trooper noticed that the vehicle's tail lamps were tinted, violating Arkansas traffic code, and the side windows were tinted below the legal limit. Trooper turned to follow the vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. Trooper activated emergency lights. At the intersection with Ray Street, the suspect disregarded the stop sign, turned left, north onto Ray Street, and accelerated. Trooper notified dispatch that a pursuit was underway.
Now, bro.
Yeah, you can, bro. Damn.
Get your hands on my trunk.
The chase ended when the suspect, Dalen Cheatham, crossed into the opposite lane and parked on the left side of Ray Street. He opened the car door and began to exit, but Trooper, with duty pistol drawn, instructed him to remain by the rear of his vehicle. Cheatham ignored the commands, and the passenger, Takari Wright Jr., repeatedly stood up, despite instructions to remain seated. After additional officers arrived, a stop was conducted and Cheatham was taken into custody. Wright was non-compliant, but officers eventually placed him in handcuffs. A search of Wright revealed marijuana in his pocket, and a probable cause search of the vehicle uncovered additional marijuana and an open container of alcohol. Cheatham was tested for intoxication, with a breath sample showing a BAC of .06, and was booked on multiple charges including fleeing, reckless driving, and possession of controlled substances. Wright was arrested for possession and obstruction,